We have all 13 competitors in this second section. 1, Jimmy Daniels out of New Jersey. He's heading to St. Joe's University next year. 2, Braden Cromar out of Utah, the top time entering this section. 3, Malcolm Plunkett out of Vermont. 4, Brendan Shern out of New York. 5, James Milton out of Canada. 6, Jonathan Caldwell, Pennsylvania. 7, Julian Henniger, Oregon. 8, Zach Langston, South Carolina. 9, Daniel Navarro, Georgia. 10, Brent Demarest, South Carolina. 11, Charles Cooper, Quebec, Canada. 12, Garrett O'Toole, South Carolina. And rounding out the field, Stephen Shine, Briarcliff, New York. I didn't talk into the mic, it's heavy that time. 68 for Brendan Cromar out of Utah. That's the top seed. Moving up on the outside, that is Daniel Navarro out of Georgia in the all black. Now moving up to challenge, James Milton out of Canada into the lead. Milton definitely the increase in pace. A little bit of bumping as runners try to cover. Definitely wanted to increase the pace on that one. 2:18 at 880. Milton. Stephen Shine out of Briarcliff. Braden Cromar out of Utah leads the chase pack. But the two that have broken away, that is Milton and Shine running 1-2. Thank you. Stephen Shine in second place, had a very fine season out of Briarcliff, New York here in the Northeast. He's heading to Duke next year, but still leading the pack. It's the Canadian out of Laurel Creek, James Milton. The chase pack is starting to close, led by a very patient Braden Cromar out of Utah. Milton, Shine, Cromar. The field very strung out though. Coming up on the halfway point, 1 mile. .438, they definitely increased the tempo. That's the same time roughly as the first section. Correction, they are definitely off the pace of the first section. 4:34 was the first section at the 1 mile mark. Milton continues to lead. Shine in second. setting themselves up for a very, very fast last kilometer. Milton, Shine, Cromar. Cromar, the top seed in the heat out of Utah, into second place. Out in front, though, this is Stephen Shine. Roughly 69, 70 seconds for that last 440. Dan Navarro out of Georgia is in third. Stephen Shine, he was fifth at the Millrose Games mile. He's definitely got a little bit of finishing speed. Stephen Shine trying to do this all on his own out in front. 6:23 with 1,000 to go. Cromar leads the chase pack. Navarro on his heels. Garrett O'Toole out of South Carolina is also right up there with the leaders of the chase pack. Jimmy Daniels moving up on the outside. Out in front, half a mile to go. 69.1 for Stephen Shine's last 440. Garrett O'Toole out of South Carolina tries to increase the pace. New face among the leaders, Zach Langston out of South Carolina. He was second at the South Carolina State Cross Country Championships. Garrett O'Toole leads the chase back. He is out of Concord, Massachusetts. Quarter mile to go for Stephen Shine. 69 for his last 440. 8:07.4 at 1 3/4. He has closed the distance. He was 4 seconds behind the last section at a mile. He is now 1 second behind with a quarter mile to go. He is trying desperately to catch Austin Sprague, who has set down the time out of Atlanta, Georgia in that first section. The time to beat, 9:11.30. The bell lap. 8:42 with a lap to go. Stephen Shine trying very, very hard to catch the time. He's against the clock. Garrett O'Toole trying to close rapidly in this New York Roadrunners 2 mile. Shine found a last steer. He's going to be a little bit shy, though, unfortunately, of the time. 65 for his last 440. 9:12.95. Garrett O'Toole second in 9:14.81. Zach Langston 9:17.46. Stephen Shine's time 9:12.95. Good enough to put him U.S. number 10 currently in the 2 mile. The final seated section will be later on this afternoon. They'll be looking to break the time set by Austin Sprague out of Atlanta, Georgia, 9:11.30.